What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about my growth as it pertains to the last time since I've uploaded a video. I've learned a lot, and in the current moment I'm facing some pretty hefty challenges. Now, what I've learned is more about myself, more about money, and more about the conscious mind. What my challenges are is the liquidity of money, which is money that is in my pockets right now. Capitalizing on opportunity, the right opportunities, and overcoming those obstacles that are in the face of opportunity. And also dealing with my emotions, like the negative thoughts, the thoughts of self-doubt, disbelief, disbelief. And just being able to keep your head up. So what I'm trying to do is, there's three main avenues I'm trying to pursue right now: YouTube, sales and marketing, and I am trying to go back to school, but not university. I went to Morehouse, dropped out because it wasn't really what I wanted to do. Although I do miss Morehouse dearly because of the people that I met and the connections that I built. But me personally, I couldn't find a way to make Morehouse work for me. It always felt like I was going against the grain when I was there. And I struggled to keep myself consistent and focused. And it wasn't like I was going to parties and shit. I was full of anxiety, and so I never left my room. And I spent most of my days either in bed, depressed, or trying to figure out ways to undo that situation. You see what I'm saying? So I'll always be writing plans, analyzing myself, figuring out my weak points, capitalizing on my strong suits, asking for help. I didn't start asking for help till the second semester, but yeah, asking for help. But yeah, I just couldn't make it. I wasn't able to make it work for me. And mainly because I didn't want it to. You see what I'm saying? I knew that it wasn't what I wanted to pursue. So it was mainly for my parents. And it was mainly for money, for the wrong things. You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to go to college, you want to do something that you want to do, something that's purposeful to you. And I had to ask myself, how does college apply to my goals? And it doesn't. I met someone, I like cars. I'm a car enthusiast. My passion is cars. I love cars, right? So my initial intention was I took an aptitude test and told me I was really good at computer science. So I'd be a really good fit for computer science. So, all right, cool. Took the aptitude test. Majored in software engineering, went into that, and I was like, okay, how can I make software engineering? How can I combine these two things and put them to where I can fit them into the automotive industry? And I'd be like, I bet I'll just be designing the computers or building the computers or building the software to these new cars, because new cars are coming out with new cars are fully electric. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't like fully electric cars, but that's what the future is heading. So, okay, that's what I'll do. So I went to college, did that for the first year, struggled, didn't like it because it was hard as fuck. Everybody in that bit was already geniuses. Well, I won't say that, but I was one of the few people that hadn't had any prior knowledge to computer science or anything or programming at all. You know what I'm saying? So the concepts were harder for me to grasp because the class was moving at a little bit of faster pace. And these were all brand new concepts to me that I never seen in my life. And it was hard. So it wasn't like high school where it's like, okay, you go Google this shit, boom, 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 you get the answers, whatever. You actually have to understand these things. And like, even if you could Google it, you have to Google it a certain way. You have to understand it on some type of level so that you can find the answer that you were looking for. I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? So eventually I did reach out and find help. I got that, but see, the help that I was receiving was I was getting student help. And with student help, sure, it's very limited because keep in mind, this person is also a student. He can't help you the way a teacher, or not even a teacher, bro, like a tutor can, like someone that help is their sole job. Helping you is their sole job. A student can't do that. See what I'm saying? So I would go to the library at like 10 o'clock at night. Library closed at 12. And I spend 2 hours trying to understand this shit. In the last 30 minutes, I get it, but I still need a little bit more help. But I couldn't do that every day because the nigga that was helping me, he was busy. You see what I'm saying? So I did reach out to another person, the nigga that sat next to me. His name was Simeon. I went to the library with him. But at that point, I was just like, bro, I'm sick of this shit, bro. I don't want to do this anymore. But it felt good. It felt good when I did understand the concepts. Because I felt like, okay, I'm smart enough. I'm smart enough to understand something so complex. It just takes a long time for me to learn it. Okay, so it made me feel good, but to me personally, it wasn't worth it because it wasn't what I wanted to do for real. And it wasn't a skill that I like to pick up. I was talking to an Uber driver lady. Her had over 30 certificates in computer science. Over 30 certificates. And the funny thing is, bro, at the end of the conversation, she like, I got all these certificates, right? She got offered a $300,000 a year job. That's great. But the thing is, bro, if somebody were to tell her to work on those computers, these are her words. If somebody were to tell her to work on them computers, bro, she wouldn't know a damn thing about it. She wouldn't know how the fuck to operate that motherfucker. And she said that, but she got all those certificates. But with her situation was she was really good at studying and she was a really good test taker. So she loved, you know what I'm saying, taking tests and staying. She was more focused on the know-how up here than the physical. See what I'm saying? So she was really good at answering questions and taking tests. That's how she got on the goddamn certificates. But she was my Uber driver. So it's like, I don't know. I do know. But yeah, so I'm Miss Morehouse. All my niggas, I went up there the other day, got my hair done. I saw all my niggas. And one thing I love about Morehouse, bro, when I went up there, I got my hair done, didn't know nobody. I walked outside. All the freshmen was outside. Walked outside. And it's really and truly a brotherhood. Like, I didn't know nobody in that bitch. I was waiting for my niggas to pull up on me. I didn't know nobody. I'm talking about all of a sudden, bro, who did your hair? Cool. Instant start up a conversation. Cool. I'm like, all right, cool. I go sit by their table. Me and him chopping it up. All right, one homie come through. Damn. Da-da-da-da. Oh, you know Kyle? Da-da-da-da. Hell yeah, da-da-da. And then boom, all of a sudden it's a group of us, a group of freshmen. Niggas I've never seen before just engaging in conversation, bro. It was a beautiful thing. Cause I don't really get to experience like that too much. Cause oftentimes when you see people or meet people out in public, nobody wants to talk to each other. Nobody wants to talk to each other. And one of my friends pointed out, shout out Zion. He was like, bro, Morehouse is the second largest collection of black men in the world. The first one is prison. I was like, damn. Because he was trying to understand, like, bro, why don't you want to be here? And I explained to him just like how I explained to y'all, how I couldn't, I didn't see how I could make Morehouse work for me, and I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to continue pursuing this avenue, although I miss it dearly. I know that there's another gateway for me. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And I'm trying to go to goddamn technical college in Texas called Lincoln Tech. Sapphire put me onto that, and I seen a video, I seen an ad on Instagram, and I got in contact with them, and shit was smooth, application process smooth. So I'm trying to see if I can make shit shake with that. The only problem is I don't have the capital to upfront to make that move. And the move is very soon. The move is in 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks to get to Texas and to pay for that school, because school starts on September 11th. So these are the challenges that I'm talking about. But I really want this, and I feel like I can make it happen. And if it doesn't happen, that's okay too, because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a purpose. And with each door that closes, another one opens up. So I'm not worried, I'm not scared, I'm not anxious, I'm not nervous. I'm gonna just do the best I can and put in the work that the maximum amount of effort that I can to make what I want happen. I'm willing to sacrifice anything to obtain what I want. Because Lincoln Tech, technically, would be the first step to my dream. My dream is to be out there in Germany working on either racing cars or working on building BMWs or working on BMWs. That's my dream. So that would be my first step. Sales, managing, YouTube. I was watching a video, bro said, hey bro, monetize your life. So why not monetize my life? Sales is a good way to building up a multitude of skills that help you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like every business needs sales. You know what I'm saying? Every business needs marketing. Every business needs marketing. Because you can have the best product in the world, but if it's not marketed correctly, it's not gonna go anywhere. So marketing is a beautiful thing. And yeah, I don't know. This is just an idea that came to mind. I was watching a YouTube video. I was watching a Bob Proctor video. And this came to mind. I was like, okay, instead of pondering about it, just act. This is something I can do right now. I like to say that I'm a producer more than a consumer. I produce. So my goal is to produce, put out shit, put out art, put out meaningful information that can be used, that other people can use to help them. Shit that I can use to help me, because everything I do is growth oriented. And channel that pain and turn it into growth. Yeah. And channel that pain and turn it into growth.